That's how
Grits, egg, and bacon was shaking. Hope everybody's day has been sliding like ice skating. It is Oak the GOAT in the blood, flesh cells, and hemoglobin and all that good stuff. And we are here for another episode of GOAT Smoke. We on episode 2 of season 2, you feel me? Rolling along real nicely, rolling up real nicely, you feel me? Today I got M here with me today. I got my boy M here with me today.
Hey, what's going on?
Good vibes all the time. Y'all know how it go. This is one of my favorite motherfucking people. Swear to God. No cap, no cap. W Glaze, no cap.
Thank you.
But y'all know how this go. We got 4 categories, 20 questions type shit. We're gonna be running through the categories, running through the questions, doing a little yapping about them, you feel me? So let's go ahead and jump into it. For the first category, we got games for the first category.
Okay.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Okay.
For the very first question, what's the best game that you ever played?
Best game I've ever played.
Mm-hmm.
That's really hard.
It took me a minute to think about that, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, the best game I've ever played.
Because there's a lot of good ass games, and I feel like it's a lot of categories of games. Like you got first person shooters, fighting games, RPG.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of options.
Like
It's a lot of
I'd
options.
say the best one, the most thorough, and like where I could say I didn't really have any stops or like where I was like I can't play this for this reason, other than the fact that it was hard as shit, was probably Elden Ring. That game it was well done. You can tell they thought it through. Like I never glitched crazy. Whereas like when you first played games like Cyberpunk when they came out,
Hell yeah.
oh yeah, you could not play that game because you're going through the wall. Versus in this
Man,
game,
I heard about that. My dog had got it when it first came out. He said Cyberpunk was bad, but
Yeah.
I ain't heard nothing but good things about Elden Ring. I watched some of the gameplay with Casanat playing it and whatnot, and I was like, bro, this game look crazy. He died so many times to the bosses.
Bruh. You just gotta get back. You gotta go right back because I can't lose my face.
Nah,
They
facts.
really don't stack
Facts,
me. I
facts,
gotta let
facts.
this nigga know.
Gotta spin the block for
Exactly.
real.
I'm not no simp. I'm not no
I
trouble.
love that. But now Elden Ring seems amazing. And have you played the DLC for it yet?
Yes, okay. I definitely played the Shadow of the Erd Tree. I've not beat it. I love that they came in, and another thing, they added that DLC, and it's like a whole new game. And it's like, okay, so they're really trying to give you that value add when it comes to what are they called? From software games.
Right.
So I really appreciate that because I like products and things to be well done, all the way, thought out and well constructed before I'm going to spend $80 on it.
Facts. Don't nobody want to waste their money.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where I feel like I get with that versus when I used to cop COD all the time. The shit, I'll play it for a month or two, and that shit's ass.
Mm-hmm.
The lobby's ass, everything's ass. Like, it just doesn't stand up to my expectation of what I'm about to spend on a $65 game.
I can understand that because I'm definitely like that with COD. Once I get my shit gold and diamonds, it's like, why am I here still?
Exactly.
It's like, why the fuck am I here? I have nothing left to do. Only thing I'm going to be doing is playing zombies.
Yeah.
So I definitely respect that. Good fucking answer, though. Great
Thank
way to start it off. Great way to start it off. All right. For the next question here, what's the worst game that you ever played?
Worst game I ever played. Shit. That's hard. Because there's so many games in my catalog where I picked it up and then just never finished it. And I feel like... I feel like...
For me, it was debatable. I said it was between a game called Saint and a game called Gladius. But honestly, I feel like Saint really takes the cake. It was like... You ever play Cuphead?
I want to play Cuphead.
So it's like a version of that kind of game, though. It's like a little kind of run and shoot kind of game, kind of like Sonic, but you can shoot.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, and Saints like that, but the characters don't move. That shit was ass. Terrible fucking game. Would not suggest playing it. It was on the Wii. The bitch was terrible. Hated that fucking game. But hell yeah, there's a lot of shit games out here. I definitely say
so
that.
many. I've so many games. Like I'm telling you, I've started them and I haven't finished them. And it doesn't mean it's a bad game necessarily. But it's just
not for you.
It wasn't good enough to really keep me going.
That's definitely understandable.
I'm trying to think the worst game I've ever played. That's hard. That's so many.
I be cooking with the question. I be cooking. But hell yeah, definitely a lot of shit games.
Hopefully this doesn't go over to another question. But one of the games I was most disappointed with, and like I was like, damn, this really wasn't that great, was Halo 5.
I don't like Halo at all. I'm sorry.
Bro.
I've never been a Halo guy. I apologize, but it's because I'm not an Xbox person. I've always been a Sony person. I never liked Halo, but I can understand why it could be bad. I've seen some good ones, but I've also seen some bad ones too.
Yeah, I'm a Halo fanboy. I love Halo 1, 2, 3. Even 4 wasn't terrible, but Halo 5, 4 was kind of ass like 5 was. But after Halo 3, you leave it off, and I think they changed the studio who made it or something like that. And it just was a completely different game than what the core Halo 1, 2, and 3 series and franchise really was.
For shit sure.
And I was just like, man, this is so different. And then it didn't make sense. And I was like, you know, how do you go from we're fighting the Covenant and the Flood to now we got all these other alien motherfuckers.
Some weird ass shit going
and it's
on.
Like, bro, just keep...
Took the whole damn story offline.
Exactly.
Dumbass.
Keep me with the fucking Covenant and Flood, because that's what I like. That's what I'm good with.
Yeah.
And the rest of that shit, y'all can have it.
Facts. I can definitely understand that. I hate when games do that, when they stray away from the main storyline and what was already going on to go into some bullshit. So I definitely respect that. All right, next question here. We got, what game deserves a remaster?
A remaster. Shit. I wish they were. I think they're in a process of remastering Resident Evil 5, but I just played the remaster of Resident Evil 4, and that shit, like, still to this day, even though they remastered it however long ago, that shit is fire.
Man, Resident Evil always one of them ones. I ain't gonna lie. Resident Evil is a slept on ass series as far as like the best series of games, but Resident Evil don't really fucking miss like that. I had one where it was like a third person kind of game, which is basically what they make a lot, but that one, it was like the movement in it was so much different, and then like the shit you was fighting, like you had to fight these motherfuckers, well, the only way you could kill them was shooting them in their stomach, like there was like crimson heads or some shit like that. But yeah, Resident Evil definitely hit. I definitely fuck with that. But yeah, that five ain't the protagonist in that one, Leon?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, so yeah, I would definitely love a remaster of that one.
Leon's
that was
a real
nice.
Killer. Leon's
he a real one, yeah. He be in the field. Leon stand on business. I definitely fuck with him.
And what I like about 4 with Leon was the fact that, you know, it was still horror, but it was more horror action, so you could really get up in there. Like, the whole point was to kill them, versus Resident Evil 3, I think, you had to waste bullets to kill these things, and it was really more about running away than it was about killing the zombies.
Man, I see. I don't like that either. I want to stand my ground.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You say, I want to stand there and shoot this shit out. Y'all gonna take me. Y'all gonna take me standing. Swear to God. Exactly. So I definitely respect that. All right. Next question is, what's a game that you haven't played that you would like to play?
I was just talking with my friend about Monster Hunter. He was telling me Monster Hunter is a really good game. It's like Elden Ring apparently, or like, you know, like a open world game, but it's also just very
I've played an older one. I think it was like Monster Hunter 3 or 2. All I remember was on the Nintendo. It was on like GameCube or the Wii, and I had so much motherfucking fun playing that goddamn game. Because like you say, it's like an open world style game, but it's also very much hack and slash. And the bosses are crazy. The bosses on there are fucking crazy, and then 9 times out of 10, they be like 4-5 times your size. So it really makes the difference. You be like, oh god damn, why I'm fighting this motherfucker. But yeah, definitely a good pick for that one, for shit sure. All right, before our last question for this category, you can make your own game. What's to it?
Ooh,
like, what kind of game would you make where it's like, yeah, this my shit, y'all playing, you feel me?
Right.
This straight from my source, my entertainment company.
Right.
A lot of options.
Black superheroes. We're going with with nigga superheroes.
Yes. It is
with
what
nigga powers.
This is what I said too. I said I would make a dreadhead protagonist.
Yeah,
because we haven't had one. We haven't had an African American dreadhead protagonist as a main character for a game. Right. And just imagine something like that in a game of like Infamous or what was the one that was kind of Prototype? A game like that with oh my god, that shit would be so fire.
It would be like Undercover Brother mixed with black superheroes.
Man, that sounds.
We're fighting the man.
That sounds amazing.
We're going to fight the man.
That sounds fucking amazing. I fucking love it. Right. Great fucking pick. Yeah, we make more black goddamn games. We need that shit. We need that shit for shit show. But that completes our first category. We are here for our second category. Second category is, I was finna say as y'all know, but y'all don't know, so I can't say that. But the second category is TV/movies type shit.
Okay.
So we'll go with TV though. What's the best TV show in your opinion?
The Wire, hands down, The Wire.
Ooh,
That's easy. Like,
okay.
it's straight
That's
off
an
the dome.
interesting pick because
Yeah,
I haven't seen too much of The Wire, but I know a little something about it. Like I've seen bits and pieces of it, type shit.
No,
So
it's because they did it and gave you an overall view of like what's really wrong with the city and like why this shit is happening. You know, they went from the gang niggas to the politicians to the schools to back to the gang. Like it's just.
and say we need more shows like that.
And
We need way more shows like that where they really goddamn grasping or targeting real problems. You feel me? Shit that you can actually relate to. We definitely need more shit like
exactly. Thank you, my friend.
that. All right, the next question is, who is the character that you relate to the most in it? That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
one.
a good one. That's always always a good question. That's a good one. I told you I'll be cooking.
Damn. Relate to the most?
I know it's probably a plethora of characters in
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Stringer Bell. Definitely gotta be Stringer Bell. Because he's still on his business. I am not afraid to take care of business, but he's also on the other side of things where if you fuck with me, you're gonna pay the consequences.
Hell yeah. I can definitely understand that.
Yes.
Alright, next question is, what's the worst episode?
That's hard. I haven't watched The Wire in it's been a minute. The worst episode. Ooh. Alright, so I really did not like when they killed Avon's nephew. When Stringer was fucking his girl and killed Avon's nephew, I was like, bro. He said he was gonna take the 20 years. He was gonna take the time. They did not have to smoke his ass.
Right.
They got him up out of there and I was like, damn, this is real life.
That's
like,
crazy. They ain't gotta knock him off like that.
Yeah, they weren't playing. Like these niggas really weren't playing.
That is wild. But alright, next question is, what's the most memorable or funny moment to you?
Ooh. Alright, I think not all shows do the ending really well, but I could really fuck with the ending when the whole thing was Marlo wanted everybody to know his goddamn name. He wanted to be known. When you see Marlo, you give that nigga respect. After he went up 10 million, was out the game, them niggas was on his block and they were like, who the fuck are you? And it was like, it just showed the whole like juxtaposition where you started and then you went all the full way around. You did everything you were supposed to do and you're back to the point where these young niggas still don't know you.
That's crazy.
And it's like, what was it for?
That sound kind of like City of God.
I've
That
never
sound like
seen
the
City of
movie.
God.
It's a movie.
Okay.
It's a good ass movie though, but it was kind of like that. The dude here did all the shit to gain respect. They ended up getting killed by some little niggas. It was crazy.
Exactly. And it's like, bro, what y'all out here just to be known, be a legend, but you don't even end up a legend.
No notoriety whatsoever.
Exactly.
That is crazy. That is very crazy. But alright, if they had a crossover episode, who would it be with? It's interesting to see like real life things do crossover episodes.
Yeah.
So that's a good question.
I would love it if they had put crossed over with the Sopranos with The Wire, because in The Wire there were the Greeks and they were giving them the drugs. If they had crossed over the Sopranos with the Greek niggas somehow and made it like they were like,
and then the
all
Sopranos,
connected.
what I've seen from The Wire clips and what I know about the Sopranos, one thing I can put together with them is they're both real suspense.
Yes.
So the suspense in that would be very nice. It would kind of piss you off if you gotta wait on the episodes for it. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
You'd be like, God damn it, they did it again. But the suspense would be very nice.
All right.
Be worth watching type shit, worth the wait type shit.
Yeah, it would fuck you up. I'd be sitting there like, man, what's about that?
I love shit like that though, I swear to God.
Thanks.
That shit hit different. But that completes our next category. We are here for the very third category. As y'all know, the third category is smoking. For the very first question we got, you can choose anybody in the world to smoke with. Anybody on this nice little planet. You feel me?
Right.
Who's your choice?
Ooh, that's hard.
It's a lot of legendary ass stoners out here. My instant pick was Wiz Khalifa. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
Wiz is one of them ones. It's like bring the KK through, put the shit in the motherfucking whatever you want to roll. Let's get it going. Swear to God. Him or either Snoop Dogg for sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Can they be dead or they gotta be alive?
We'll go live. We'll go live for this one.
Okay.
We'll go live.
Okay, all right, alive. Alive person smokes some gas with. Honestly, there's this. All right, this nigga does not smoke weed at all.
Wow.
But it would be cool if I could smoke a blunt with Ray Dalio. He is a hedge fund manager, billionaire nigga. Does a lot of global macroeconomic investing. and I can smoke it, sit down, pick his brain, smoke a blunt with him. Hey, that would be it.
Hell yeah, he gonna have some good advice for you. I
Yes,
like
sir.
that.
Trying to talk about his money.
All right. Next question is, what's the highest that you ever been?
All right, so I was in Cali with some homies,
Nice.
and we were talking to one of their friends, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna get you high. Here's a dab, right?" Took a little dab. I was like, "Oh, whatever. This is cool." He's like, "Okay, I got another dab for you." Took that dab, bro. You gonna give me something stronger? Or you still gonna play with me? He gave me some shit that was like cake batter. The shit was $100 a gram.
Sheesh.
Took it, put that little scooper in there. I hit that motherfucking dab, and I was sitting here like, "Oh, this is different."
$100. $100 a gram is crazy.
After that, I went to sleep, and I was asleep for 7 hours straight.
God damn. God damn.
In the middle of that 7 hours straight, my niggas woke me up. He was like, "We're about to go to In-N-Out. You want something?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So he gets me up, and we go into the car, and we go to In-N-Out. I'm sleeping in the car the whole way. He wakes me up when we get there. I'm like, "Bro, just get me, just something." I'm go back to sleep.
Give me some food. I'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly. Just give me some food, bro. Gets back, we eat a little bit. I go back to sleep. He takes me another like 3 hours. We go back to the crib, smoke a little bit more, and they smoke a little bit more. I'm still knocked the fuck out on the couch.
Gone.
And then they take me back to the Airbnb I was staying in, and I went to sleep for the whole night. And I was like, "Oh shit! Like I have never been that high. Where this shit just put me down, and I could not. It's like you literally physically could not like wake up out that shit. I was
That shit was
trying,
putting
like,
you down like a bad dog. Sheesh.
But like, yeah, that's the highest.
Oh
I've
my
ever
goodness.
been.
Now them dabs do hit different, but some shit that's like cake batter, $100 a gram, that's crazy.
Yeah.
7 hours is crazy.
Yes, I have never been like, where it's like, oh, this is what real drugs feel like.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm used to smoking weed, not
that shit
this
took me
shit.
up out of there.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
That is nice though, shit, man. But hell yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
God damn.
It was wild. It was a wild experience.
I can definitely believe it. I can definitely fucking believe it. But all right, next question is indica, sativa, or hybrid? Which do you prefer?
If we're going by the sativa for sure. We're going sativa. I like to be clear-headed.
Shout out to the Durban Poison. I love it.
Sir. I've had some great Durban Poison.
That's the espresso of the gas. That's what they told me, and I was like, you know what? That's my coffee. Every single time I get it, it's one of the first things I do in the morning.
Exactly.
Need that Durban.
It allows me to be clear. I do a lot of shit during the day, so I gotta be able to. I want to be high. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to be.
Yeah. What's the word I'm looking for? Coherent.
Yes, exactly.
There we go.
Exactly. I need to be coherent. It's not just fucking like, oh my god, my brain is melting.
So
definitely sativa.
Yeah, I can definitely. I love a good sativa. I chose hybrid though. I love the hybrids because I feel like the hybrids are good for euphoria. They're good for like that just smooth, goddamn, okay, you know what? I'm relaxed as fuck feel. And I love that. That's one of the main reasons I like to smoke. I ain't gonna cap. Just get rid of all the damn worry, stress, and shit like that. Right. Just be smooth, like you in a bubble or something. Love that shit. Swear to God. Might need that too. But alright. The next question is, what's your typical roll consist of? And when I say that, I mean weight-wise. Like gram, 2, 3. What does it usually consist of?
I say this right here, what we're smoking right now, is probably
let that camera see.
A 175, 2 grams in here.
Ooh.
So that's like when I'm rolling up just by myself, I'll probably roll up a 1.5, 175.
And see, that's not bad. The motherfuckers that be putting 3.5s in all their rolls. Nope. I'm like, bro, you're wasting the fuck out of your weed. You're wasting that shit. You need to savor this good gas.
No, yesterday I smoked a 0.5 with 3 homies.
0.5, 0.7. That's all you need.
Between 3 of us, I was high as shit.
Man.
I was sitting there like,
but that's if it's good. If it's good shit. If it's good shit. You can't be doing no shit like that with some 20% THC in that motherfucking thinking you finna be fried. No, okay, that you need at least a gram or 2. But some shit where it's like 32, 27%, man, put a 0.7 in that shit. Stop goddamn trying to show off.
And let me blow your mind real quick. The weed was 2 years old. It was 2 years old and still had us smacked.
That's some good ass.
Right.
That's some good ass goddamn trichomes, pheromones, and THC. Swear to God. But alright. Next question is, you can only smoke one strain from this day forward. What's your choice?
It's this shit called Sierra Dream. It was a cross of Jackpot, Bright Lights, Special K, Dream Queen, and Blue
God
Dream.
damn.
All those in it, but like the way it made you feel, 2 hits and you was high, but it was a nice clear. It literally lifted my mood and made me feel positive. Whereas
That's
like
incredible.
I smoke weed and it makes me relax, but it doesn't make me feel like, oh,
Optimistic.
the world is
Yeah.
exactly, the world is a good place. I want to be out in this motherfucker experiencing shit. It makes you hungry as fuck. And at one point I was smoking in the morning. It was like 4:30 in the morning. I was driving, and it did something to me where I hadn't had this happen since I first started smoking, where like my perspective like shifted diagonal, and then it went like where it's like the frames, you know what I'm saying, where it's like, and that's what happened when I was driving. I sat up straight and I was like, oh,
slow motion
shit,
action.
yeah, literally it put me in slow motion and made my frame of reference go from vertical to shifted, and I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? I haven't smoked no gas like this in 10 years,
man.
but it was amazing. And I could smoke that shit. I smoked it for 7 days straight when I had it.
All them strands combined, I could imagine.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It was amazing. I wish I
That
could
sounds
find
incredible.
someone. And people be shitting on Blue Dream too. But no, you get some real Blue Dream from the old school Blue Dream, like them old school niggas who got that shit. It is gas.
When I first started smoking, that was one of the only strands I got was Blue Dream and White Widow.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I was always smoking them back and forth. I never got tired of them. Never got tired of them at all. They always hit. That Blue Dream is, like you say, if you get the right one, like it's got to be like almost raised right per se.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you get the right one, that shit hits. You be like, man, this, and it always has a pungent taste to it type shit. But like where it's really refined in that motherfucker. I love that shit. Love that shit for shit, sure. But if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that completes our next category. We are here for our very last category. I know. So sad to see a nigga go. So sad to see M go. I know he's been a great fucking guest. But don't worry, we got more. No problem. You feel me? Great fucking guest. Like I say, one of my favorite people to goddamn be around, hang out with, and just in general. W. Glaze. You feel me? But nah, for our last category, we have personal questions. We ain't gonna dig too deep though. We just gonna scratch the surface a little bit. But all right, for the very first question, do you think where you are was destiny or because of your actions?
Destiny, but like more so in the sense of like not my actions, but the actions of the people that were around me. That's something that I always think about and realize and acknowledge. I would not be anywhere where I am today if it had not been for all the sacrifices that all the people around me made, and then also like all the things that they taught me and just impressed upon me. It's like they say, it takes a village, and I recognize that. Like I have not done nothing by myself ever in my life. I've always had somebody there that I can ask help if I needed it, even if I didn't need it, but they were there. And when you have that person there or people, it gives you the confidence to make different choices that you wouldn't have without having those people there.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It knows I can jump off this cliff and somebody's going to catch me. And otherwise, would you ever jump off a goddamn cliff?
I'm not getting the fuck off the cliff.
Yeah, exactly. So it really changes your mindset. And so I always, give it up to, all the family and friends and everything else. Because like, it's definitely, that's why I say destiny in a sense, because it's not what I've done.
It's what they did to help you get where you're
exactly.
at. I understand
and
that. That's very nice. That's very nice. I do believe that we are products of our environment and whatnot. I do believe that in a sense. So when you have environment that's good and people that's really looking out, it does make you a good fucking product.
Right,
so I definitely respect that, and that's a nice ass answer. Hell yeah. Definitely, hell yeah. Definitely like that. But, all right, next question is, what superpower would you choose if you could choose one?
You ever seen that movie Jumper?
Where he can look at the pictures and jump the way he wants to go?
Yes.
Yes,
exactly,
of course.
Yes, that is
For shit, sure.
That's my teleport power right there. I'm teleporting.
It's funny, for mine, I said flying, and it's as soon as I said for my power would be flying, the movie I instantly thought about was Chronicle. So it's funny that I instantly referenced it to a movie and that you did that too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
It's like I gotta think about all the use cases of like what I could do with this power, and it doesn't really make sense.
Hell yeah.
Like I don't want telepathy because I don't want to know what niggas are thinking. That would fuck me up all the time. They were like, yeah, that nigga's broke. Fuck him. I'm like, damn, bro. Oh shit. Like it would fuck me up knowing what niggas think all the time. And also, I think some wild, crazy shit sometimes. And so I would hate for there to be a person that has telepathy and be able to think, I don't care if I was in a crowd of 1,000 people, they're like, that nigga thought some crazy shit just
Hell
now.
yeah.
I'm like, yeah, you're damn right I did.
Facts. Nah, facts. Alright, that's a good fucking choice though. That jumper shit was, I love that fucking movie.
Me too.
But alright, would you rather, this is actually, you kind of answered this a little bit already.
Okay.
But would you rather be able to read minds or talk to animals? Both of them can be activated or deactivated.
I see. Definitely, okay, if it can be deactivated, then reading minds wouldn't be the worst thing ever.
You feel me? I can turn it off. I might be okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, nah, I can't. If I had either one of these, I would have to be able to turn them off. Because I would hate to be like, imagine being outside, you sitting there, ant pal, and you can hear what the fuck insects and animals think.
Exactly.
I don't want to hear what the fuck all 1,000 or 100 of these ants is thinking. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear what the fuck these damn flock of birds is migrating, flying by thinking. I don't want to hear that shit. So I would need to be able to turn this off for both things, like for people too. Like I said, I don't want to hear what the fuck bro was thinking coming out this motherfucking airport or being in this airport and shit. Exactly. I don't want to hear this.
You think you be looking at a bird flying over and he's looking at you thinking, I'm about to shit on you.
Swear to God, I don't want to hear that, bro.
How you gonna be doing
I don't want to hear that. I'm gonna end up shooting at him. Like, people gonna be like, why is he shooting at this random ass bird outside? I'm cool on shit like that.
Exactly.
But yeah, which one would be your choice?
Animals for sure.
Hell yeah, that's what I said too.
Yeah, talking to animals.
I want to be able to talk to my dog. I'm a pet person, so hell yeah, I would love to be able to have a conversation with a dog or a cat. Because I want to know why cats do what the fuck they do. Like, why you so goddamn distant? Why you think you better than everybody? I don't understand.
Right. Honestly, I think I could. If I could talk to animals, I could take over the entire world. Don't play with me.
Oh hell yeah.
Don't play with me.
Oh hell yeah.
I'm gonna be the.
Steve did that shit in the episode of American Dad. He fucked them up. And they was CIA.
Exactly.
They was CIA. Steve ain't give a fuck about none of that.
Exactly. We're gonna be the AI, the Animal Intelligence Agency. AI.
I like that.
Exactly.
I like that. That's fire. That's a good ass acronym. Sorry, I had to hit this motherfucker again. This shit tastes sensational.
Oh yeah.
My next question is: you are cloned. Would you and your clone be friends? Good fucking question.
Yeah, that's hard.
I had to think about that one for a minute myself. I said, I think we would be friends, but I feel like we would butt heads a lot.
Yes, right, definitely. Because, nigga, you think you're right. But
swear to God, it'd be a lot of what the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah, right.
Swear to God. Like,
no, nigga, what the
it would be a whole lot of that shit. It would be a whole lot.
Yeah, I think we'd be friends. I think we'd be friends. I'd probably look at that nigga like he was crazy. But, like, we'd be friends.
Hell yeah. I feel like it might take a while too. Like it wouldn't be cool off real.
Yeah,
it had to be something that we grew into type shit. We had to grow to be cool.
Exactly.
But alright, next question. What's an experience that molded you?
Experience that molded me.
Scratch the surface a little bit more in this one.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Shit, experience that molded me. That's hard.
I be cooking. Big old come through frying shit. And let them cook.
Yeah, right. There's so many to choose from.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. For me, last time I said, cause like I feel like going to Florida and being in college, being by myself really did kind of shape the person that I am today and kind of like start that off. But I do feel like living in South Carolina for a little while and whatnot, cause I know we currently in the 704, but living in South Carolina for a little while was real nice because it was more like I don't know if it's urban or rural. I think it's rural. It's more like a rural area, more like, you feel me, grass, country vibes type shit. And it was very cool. It was cool seeing like how cordial people was and shit of the sort. So it was cool seeing a different perspective of life. And I feel like seeing that, like you say, being around different people, like I feel like it really kind of shaped me into being a product of my environment out there for the short time that I lived there. So hell yeah, that's another one for me.
I was probably like 7 and my brother was 5 and my parents were outside trimming the bushes and shit, and we were like, we want to help, and they were like, no, go inside. We didn't listen. They went around to do something. I picked up the branch for him to cut. I don't know why I let the 5-year-old cut first, but hey, I picked up the branch that they had already cut off the ground and let Elsa, like, you cut first. he picked up the choppers and went and chopped, right? I guess my thumb was out a little bit, and he cut off the very like top of my thumb. Yes, he cut off the top of my thumb, and it's something I'll never forget. And I just screamed like a motherfucker, like a little fucking baby, like screaming, ran around. My parents were like, "What's going on? What's going on? Oh my god! Oh my god!"
I'm missing my thumb.
Yeah, exactly. Part of my whole top part of my thumb was gone. Of course, it came back. We're good, but that shit did not stop bleeding for a minute. I remember another time after that, like it was like maybe 2 weeks later. They had, bandaged my thumb up. It was cool. Stopped bleeding. Everything was cool. I got into a little argument with my brother, and he smacked my hand, and that motherfucker hit the wall. It would not stop bleeding again, and we had to go to the hospital.
That is crazy.
Yeah. And that was like one of the first times that I ever really like hurt myself.
That's a traumatizing experience.
Yeah, exactly. I realized like, yo, this shit is not a game. You got to be careful.
You can get injured.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it really impressed upon me like, think before you do some shit.
Hell yeah.
And I've always been about safety, kind of like, over the time, ever since. Because, just every time you hurt yourself, it always goes back to that time, like, nigga, you knew this.
You knew what to do.
Damn it.
You knew what to do.
You knew not to fuck
You knew your
off.
actions had consequences.
Yeah, exactly. So that's definitely one of the things that molded me from a very young age.
Yeah, hell yeah. Great fucking memory on that one. W
yeah.
memory. But shit, we did great with this. That completes our questions and our categories. This was a great fucking episode. I hate to goddamn throw a little extra in, but hell yeah, this was a great episode. I appreciate you for coming out, M.
Thank you.
Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. We will be back for episode 3. Y'all know what's finna happen. I'm out this bitch. See y'all later.